Hi, this is Dr. Kenny. This is part 2 of 3, weight loss. So part 2, we're going to talk more about metabolism. You know, watching shows like Biggest Loser, they take off a lot of pounds, and it's really hard for them to keep it off because their metabolisms drop. So we have to address that problem before you start losing all the weight so that it's sustainable. So in order to do that, you have to figure out what's going to increase your metabolism to begin with. The technical term for increasing your metabolism is basal metabolic rate, or RMR, resting metabolic rate. The way that you change that is by changing your body composition. And we're going to start that with increasing your muscle mass. Muscle mass burns approximately 3 times more calories than fat. It really varies individually, but those are the general statistics associated with body composition. The way to do that is to start doing high intensity exercises. It's not moderate. You're not going to go out and take a jog. It's not just going and doing like yoga. It's doing high intensity stuff. So sprints, lifting heavy weights, that's high intensity. You don't have to do it just once, but try and keep your reps lower so that you can keep the weights heavy, so it forces your body to adapt by putting on more muscle. You want to abide by a principle called the SAID principle, S-A-I-D, specific adaptations to impose demands. So you want to impose big demands on your body so that your specific adaptation is to put on more muscle. So what activities do that? Well, look at elite athletes in various categories. So distance runners. They're very skinny, they're toned, and they have a little muscle on themselves. So if you want to look like that, you'd have to run long distances, but you have to be trying to beat a time. Because if you're just running long distances to burn calories, well, what's your body going to do? It's going to keep more calories on you to have ready for that. But since you're not trying to beat a time, you don't need to have less fat on your body. You don't need to have more muscle. You just need to have more energy on your body. Well, what's it going to do? It's going to store more fat so that it's ready for that event. Well, if you're trying to beat your time, if you're trying to be faster all the time, your body will have specific adaptations by taking that fat off and putting more muscle on, but smaller muscles, your type 1 muscles or your endurance muscles. But if you try, it's much quicker to just start doing high intensity stuff like for short distances, such as sprints or resisted walks if your joints are bothering you. You just really want to test how much your muscles can do in a short period of time so that your body wants to put on that muscle, and then therefore you will increase your metabolic weight. At the same time, you want to be increasing your protein intake to approximately 100 grams a day and drinking approximately a gallon of water every day. That way you give your body the natural things it needs to put on the good weight, and you're not feeding it excessive carbohydrates instead that keep on putting on more fat. Although you don't have to cut out carbs yet, so you do want to be anabolic. So carbs are okay right now because you want to be putting on that muscle at that time because you're stressing your body to put on muscle. Carbs help with that at this time. And this is just a much more sustainable way to start before you start cutting the pounds off. Although you might experience a reduction in weight already, depending on how your body is responding. All right, tune in for our last video in our 3-part series of weight loss.